Hola, minasan! アメリカからコキさんです。はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。いらっしゃい、いらっしゃい、いらっしゃいませ、皆さん。はい。皆さん、今は一番セグメントをします。はい、皆さん、英語を話します。よし。And welcome everybody, welcome to the English segment of today's show. Got a lot to talk about. Well, not a lot to talk about. Just got one thing to talk about. um, so yesterday I went and I saw a very classic anime OVA in theater. It was it was like a little bit. It was an impromptu thing happening over at Japan Society, and it was a screening of Tenshi no Tamago, Angel's Egg. It's uh it's a very rare OVA, which we call here in the U.S. OVA, original video animation. It came out in the year 1985. It came out in 1985, and Japan Society was able to secure the ability to screen it for audiences. And last Tuesday, they just popped it up on their website. Like the notification popped up. And they did two viewings, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. And I was able to get tickets for the afternoon one and got to see the movie. And then suddenly Yoshitaka Amano comes up on the stage and greeted everybody. It was a big surprise. It was a big surprise. Let me see here. Sorry, I didn't have this. I didn't have this ready. I was having a hard time. Um, I had a very long day, but let's see what I still got. But I know I got it. Let me see here. Let me get this out. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I don't know if you can see it, but this was the first screening. This was this is him at the first screening. I know it's hard to see because I was at a very because what happened was that I left on time, but all the trains delayed. The trains into New York City, the trains up to Japan Society. One train in the New York City subway completely shut down for the weekend. So I had to run and get the 7 train. So it was very chaotic, and when I got there, the last seat I found was all the way up in the top. So I couldn't see underneath his iconic hat. But after the show though, I was able to get this. I purchased this. I didn't crack it open yet because I wanted to save it for this show. So what happened is, and the reason why this all happened is that Yoshitaka Amano has an art gallery, an art exhibit going on of all of his works in New York City. I think it's called Lomex. It's happening right now. It started over the weekend. It started on September 9th over the weekend, and basically they were able to get Japan Society. I don't know how they did it. Honestly, I don't know how they did it. What I do know is that they did the screening. And I was able to get, and they had 3 posters for sale at Japan Society, and I was able to grab this one because it was the largest one, and I didn't want to open it up or anything because I wanted to save it for you guys. I wanted you all to see this awesome poster. This was one of 3 posters. Unfortunately, I accidentally crushed it because later in the evening, but there we go. Oh yeah, oh man, I really did mess this poster up big time. Dang it. Because I was keeping it in my, well, I'll explain what happened. But I never really been historically able to take good care of my posters anyway. But this is what I got for Angel's Egg. Very, very beautiful. Very lovely. Yeah, I really messed this up. Dang it. I really messed this up. And the reason why this got messed up is very, very simple. It was on the ride home. When I was taking the train back, I sat on it. You know, saying like I had it tucked under my arm, so that way I wouldn't, so that way, because the seats are very small, and then I saw the whole thing get like this, and I was like, oh no. I don't know, but this along with two other posters were on offer. Many of the people who were there, bought three, but I just wanted one, and this was good enough. This one was just enough to enjoy. So you're wondering why do I keep mentioning why I keep saying it's one screening? Well, I was able to see the second screening. That's why. So I got to see the second screening, and I really, really screwed this up. I should have watched while I was sitting. It was very late, It was very late, and it was a very long ride. I really stink because this was a rare poster. Then again, all those other posters will probably disappear within 50 years, and I'll probably be the only one still holding on to this. But I'm 90. But yeah, I got to see the second screening, and the funny thing is that the first screening, I fell asleep. Because remember when I said I had the trains were delayed? Well, the doors opened at 3:30, and I had to run all the way from Grand Central to Japan Society, which is not that far. But when you're navigating from the 7 line train station through Grand Central, and you got crowds of people who step off the train and then start looking around and everything, and it's like, get out of my way. I had to go full New Yorker on them, even though I'm not from New York. It's like, you're making me late. Make up your mind. So I made it. So I made it to the theater. I'm like this in the seat. And because of all that running, I got so exhausted. Until the scream happened in the movie. So I got to see the second screening. And I nodded off again. But this time at the parts that I did see, because I was able to watch what I did miss when I nodded off. I'm like, I was still really, like, my legs were in pain. I was like stretching my knees out and everything. And then it happened again. Yoshitaka Amano came out, but he also came out, with a couple other people, and this ended up happening. Here we go. A Q&A session. It turned into, it was actually a Q&A section, and the gentleman on the left there was providing the questions. The gentleman on the right was translating. And a couple of people in the crowd got to ask questions. It was beautiful, hearing about how he worked on how Oshi reached out to him while he was working on Lupin the Third, learning how he went through near sleepless nights to do illustrations. Back when he was in his 20s and 30s, like he was crunching. And what else? What else did he point out? I don't know. The people had some weird questions though. He was being peppered with weird questions, so I couldn't even get a good gauge. Like, he couldn't get a good gauge on how to answer it. But it was really amazing. And yeah, he got old. Now the reason why I say that, is because it was it was in the late 2000s. I went to an anime convention. Which anime convention did I went to? Was it? Let's see. 2000. That was the last time I did it. Did that. So then it was in. All right. So then it was in one of these conventions. Hmm. I can't remember it now. But he had an appearance. Was it New York Anime Festival? That's it. Was it that? Before the merger? Yes. Yes, it was. There it is. So, uh, it was the New York Anime Festival in 2008. Yes, because the following year I saw Yoshiyuki Tominov. Um, and let's see here. Right. Yeah, Hideyuki. Yeah, that was the year him and Hideyuki Kikuchi were together at the same time that year in 2008. And it was there that he autographed my copy of Vampire Hunter D. And he did this little doodle drawing too. It was it was pretty awesome seeing them the first time around. Uh, Seeing them the first time around, and yeah, they got old. I think we can admit that they got old. But let me see here. I don't know if I was able to make that nice and clear. Unfortunately, I didn't get Hideyuki. Did I? I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But still, let me just make sure you're able to see it. Yeah, I don't think you saw it clear. Here we go. Tilt that to the side. There it is. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, Yoshitaka Amano signed and did this little drawing of my Hunter D novel. So it was actually pretty awesome. And I think I got Hideyuki Kikuchi as well. I can't remember. I can't remember now. But nevertheless, it was such a that was such a fun experience back in 2008, and and that was the year. That was just the second to last year. Second to last year that I did did anime conventions as a fan. Hmm. Wow. Wow. However, I did get a picture of with Hideyuki Kikuchi, me and him together. So unfortunately, I couldn't dig. Wait, hold on a second. Oh no, it's in the other computer, isn't it? Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Well, let me check. 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 I might be able to pull this up. Let's see if I still have it. If I have it in here. Let's see. That's nope. Is it in this one? No, it wouldn't be in this one. No, right? Yeah. No. Wait. Nah, it's not in here. Oh, okay, it's in the other computer. Should have gone into the other computer. Yeah, I should have yanked that out. Sorry. I thought that it just hit me that I must have moved it to the side because um it didn't occur to me that I might have it here. Let's see. No. Mm, um. No. No. I really. No, it wouldn't be in here. Not this folder. Yeah. I stink. I do stink at this sometimes. Let's see here. No, no. Yeah, it's in my other computer. I should have had that out. I didn't think about it. I didn't think I was gonna bring up Hideyuki Kikuchi though, because I'm talking about Yoshitake Amano. So, mm, let me see here. No. Okay. No, no, that was for something else. Mm, hold on a second here. Maybe. No. Let's see. No. 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 Sorry about that. I thought I had it. Yeah, like I said, I didn't expect to talk about Hideyuki Kikuchi, but to get back on topic really quickly, stay on topic. Um, yeah, there was a post reception, and you know he never got a chance to shake his hand because had to go and eat. I was starving, but I didn't need to because I had gotten his autograph. I had already seen him shake his hand and everything. You know what I mean? But it was a very jovial. He was very jovial and smiling and shaking people's hands and whatnot. So it was pretty cool to see. You know, like much more closer in person than being up on the stage and staring and looking down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I want to get to the anime Angel's Egg, Tenchi no Tamago, and if you do find it, you know, saying if you find the OVA, I do warn you that it is an extraordinarily high concept uh, animation. It's the plot is extraordinarily simplistic. I'm not gonna give it away because, like I said, it's a very rare OVA. You gotta see it for yourself. But basically, the whole entire idea was to really flex Amano-san's artwork and his whole art style. You can really see the Final Fantasy influences, the Vampire Hunter D. Yeah, there's some images in here because he did the illustrations for this book. Here we go. See, like this illustration. Here we go. See, like this one. Um, and the thing is that it really holds on to a lot of shots because it is showcasing Amano's style. When he did the storyboarding, that he said in the Q&A that he did the storyboarding. He didn't do the animation or any of that stuff. But he did do the storyboarding, and the team it took like two people, if I remember correctly. He said it took two people to do the hair and making the hair flow into the waves, and when the wind is blowing the main character's hair, her hair. And when I was watching that, I was getting lots of Final Fantasy vibes. If you look at the hair of Final Fantasy, in fact, if you could get a good look at the hair here on D, it had that whole flowy look like that, and it was like every single strand. Oh, well, not every single strand, but they really had a whole bunch of strands, flowing independently of each other, and it was all hand drawn. That was the thing Amano-san pointed out. All of that was hand drawn. We're talking 1985 here. Every single inch of those hair strands were hand drawn, and that was freaking amazing to hear that. We've all talked about well, not here on the show, but anime fans, all of us anime fans talked about how Akira was done, hand drawn at every stretch of the imagination. No CGI, involved here. And here's Angel's Egg, where we got these flowing hairs and these long tracking shots and all this water movement. The water movement was just phenomenal, and lots of silence. you got to be ready for a lot of silence. There is dialogue, and it's somewhere around the middle. It's somewhere around the middle of the OVA, but it's a lot of silence because, well, sound effects. But I'm talking about there's no vocals. There's nobody talking because the whole entire point was to showcase, how Amino-san does landscaping and the statues and the buildings, the forests, and having these two characters interact with the area and the environment is very remarkable. But yeah, you need to be ready for that. You need to be ready for that because it it will hold on for a very very long time. Um, but many of the shots and scenes, there's still movement and such going on, but I mean, like it can hold on, and you're just sitting there amazed at how Amino storyboarded all that and how the animators took that storyboarding and turned it uh, into animation on the screen. I forgot how long it took. He said maybe it took him 2 to 3 months to do storyboarding, if I remember correctly. To storyboard Angel's Egg it took him like 2 to 3 months, and he said it was amazing. Watching it all get translated into transformed into animation. Uh, and I agree. I agree, but uh, I think that's all I got. So yeah, I'm hoping I could get a chance to see his exhibit in New York. I think it's called Lomex. It's yeah, I think it's on Walker Street. I would like to see. It's showcasing his whole entire legacy, basically, everything in there. It would be cool to see some Vampire Hunter D images. Final Fantasy is one of the things I'm hoping to see. Um, well, it started over the weekend and it's ending in October 28th, I believe. Japan Society said October 28th. So it's a good 2 full months of this exhibit if you're in the New York area and you love Amino's work. So um, yeah, yeah, man. It was just great to see, a living legend in illustration and artwork. The guy that the very guy that did Vampire Hunter D and Final Fantasy, basically the novel that inspired the hit motion picture. uh, yeah, man. Definitely watch Angel's Egg and see art like no other.